Good morning. Lesson 19, a little late. We're going to start with 2 deep breaths and a prayer. Father, you stand before me and behind me, beside me, in the place I see myself, and everywhere I go. You are in all things I look upon, the sounds I hear, in every hand that reaches for my own. In you, time disappears, and place becomes a meaningless belief. For what surrounds your Son and keeps him safe is love itself. There is no source but this, and nothing that does not share in its holiness, that stands beyond your one creation, or without the love which holds all things within itself. Your Son is like yourself. We come to you in your own name today to be at peace within your everlasting love. Only salvation can be set to cure. Speak to us, Father, that we may be healed. Today I would but hear your voice. In deepest silence I would come to you to hear your voice and to receive your word. I have no prayer but this. I come to you to ask you for the truth. And truth is but your will, which I would share with you today. Thank you, God, for my many, many blessings. Amen. And we are on lesson 19, and I hope that you can hear me. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. The idea for today is obviously the reason why your seeing does not affect you alone. You will notice that at times the ideas related to thinking precede those related to perceiving, while at other times the order is reversed. The reason is that the order does not matter. Thinking and its results are really simultaneous. How do you say that, honey? Simultaneous. 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 Thank you. For cause and effect are never separate. Today we are again emphasizing the fact that minds are joined. So you say it exactly how it's spelled. Go figure. Sorry. I have to repeat that. Today we are again emphasizing the fact that minds are joined. This is rarely a wholly welcome idea at first, since it seems to carry with it an enormous sense of responsibility, and may even be regarded as an invasion of privacy. Yet it is a fact that there are no private thoughts, despite your initial resistance to this idea. You will yet understand that it must be true if salvation is possible at all. And salvation must be possible because it is the will of God. Guys, stop. The minute or so of mind searching today, which today's exercises require, is to be undertaken with your eyes closed. The idea for today is to be repeated first, and then the mind should be carefully searched for the thoughts that it contains at that time. As you consider each one, name it in terms of the central person or theme it contains. And holding it in your mind, as you do so, say, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about blank. The requirement of as much indiscriminateness as possible in selecting subjects for the practice period should be quite familiar to you by now, and will no longer be repeated each day. Okay. The requirement of as much indiscriminateness as possible in selecting subjects for your practice period should be quite familiar to you. That means don't try to search out specific things, of course, and don't judge as good or bad. Whatever is there is there. and so that won't be repeated again each day, although it will occasionally be included as a reminder. Do not forget, however, that random selection of subjects for all practice periods remains essential throughout. Lack of order in this connection will ultimately make the recognition of lack of order in miracles meaningful to you. There's no order in difficulty. They're all the same. Apart from the as-needed application of today's idea, at least 3 practice periods are required. Shortening the length of time involved is necessary. Do not attempt more than 4. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. So you go ahead and search your mind for a minute or two with your eyes closed. Then repeat the idea, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my idea. Then search for the thoughts it contains, your mind contains at that time, and as you consider each one, name it in terms of the central person or theme. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about the waitress, the hostess we had this morning, or about the beach and its beauty, or about riding my motorcycle. I'm not alone in experiencing the effect of my thoughts about anything, and don't judge it. Just realize that you're not alone in experiencing the effects of the thoughts, of your thoughts, okay? Alright, so 2 deep breaths, and then we're going to pray out. Thank you so much. Father, your will is mine and only that. There is no other will for me to have. Let me not try to make another will, for it is senseless and it will cause me pain. Your will alone can bring me happiness, and only yours exists. If I would have only what you can give, I must accept your will for me and enter into peace where conflict is impossible. Your Son is one with you in being and in will, and nothing contradicts the holy truth that I remain as you created me. Thank you, God, for my many, many blessings. Amen. I love you. Have an awesome day. Thank you.